Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's me coming at you again with another vid. Well, looks like the big fight's going down tonight between Canelo Alvarez versus Amir Khan. And on that undercard, it's a pretty interesting undercard. We have Mauricio Herrera going up against Gomez, which we all know that Mauricio Herrera is the uncrowned 140-pound champion. And we have Dale Lemieux going up against Glenn Tapia, which should be another interesting fight as well. So yeah, very very nice undercard that I'm looking forward to. But I thought the Lemieux and Tapia fight was off due to the fact that Lemieux couldn't make the weight or he had weight troubles. I don't know, but it looks like it's still on. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be a damn slugfest. I tell you that right now. That fight's gonna be fireworks, and it could potentially steal a show. So we'll see. But anyhow, the weigh-in between Canelo Alvarez and Amir Khan occurred yesterday afternoon, and both men came in at 155. But this has to be said, and I know I believe some of the guys have commented on this well, and they have also came to the same conclusion about Canelo. Based off his body language and based off his appearance, the man was severely starving himself to make this weight, 155. Severely starving himself, and it also it led to me to believe that to assume that he was pretty much on a liquid diet for the last maybe week or so, because he looks very, very, very weight drained. I mean, not as weight drained as he did against Floyd Mayweather, but he looks very weight drained. Looks very uncomfortable. As soon as the PA announced the weight, Canelo's weight, he immediately rushed off the weight scales to go either drink some water or drink some type of liquids or maybe ate a candy bar, whatever he wanted to eat. Something. I mean, he was literally rushed off the scales, and it had to hold up the weigh-in just so he could come back. So he looked like he was looked pretty sick. So now, as far as Amir Khan's concerned, he looked very comfortable. He looked at one. He came in at 155, as I mentioned, and some people are suggesting that Amir Khan, is looking a little fat, whatnot. I tend to disagree. He may have a little bit of little ounce of body fat on the waistline area, but he looks like he's in decent shape. But he does look healthy amongst the two, and that's obvious because Amir Khan is coming up from 147, so he's coming up essentially a couple weight classes. But difference is this is a catch weight at 8 pounds, so Amir Khan's gonna look like he's gonna be in better shape. Obviously, he's gonna be have the foot speed, even though some would argue that his foot speed may decline a little bit due to the weight gain. But he's gonna be the faster guy in there. He's gonna be the more accurate puncher. Now we all know Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, is gonna come in as a goddamn light heavyweight, even almost close to a cruiserweight. Borderline cruiserweight if need be. So. He's definitely going to be the slower guy in there, but his hand speed may be affected due to dehydration. We'll see, how tonight pans out. But other than that, I have to also say something else off the bat. If you ask me, I think that his days at 155 may be done, and the reason why I say that based off his body language of this weigh-in, it's apparent that Canelo, if he gets through this fight, and if he does somehow win this fight, he may have to up his weight limit, or his catch weight, I should say. He may have to up his weight class in the middleweight ranks up to maybe 157 or maybe 158. But hell, man, just make 160. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, it's apparent that if you keep doing this to yourself, you're going to further damage your body throughout the years. I mean, Jesus. I mean, if you... Oh man, what else does need to be said about this? And you got the WBC that's allowing you to do this, to defend that title in a very, very disgraceful way at a weight class that doesn't really exist. So I don't know, man. And then recently you came out and you made comments saying that you refuse to defend your title at 160, which is nothing new. You're not gonna budge. You don't care what any of your critics have to say about you. making these such outrageous demands and stipulations, because again, you say that you're not going to give any more fighters any more advantages. Well. As I mentioned before, you need to stop acting cowardly. Start, meeting fighters on middle ground. We all know you are the quote unquote A side when it comes to the negotiation process. But at the same time, you need to start, come to middle ground when it comes to, making fights happen, especially with Gennady Golovkin. Now, we all know Golovkin's team has been firm on their position. They will not go down to 155 to fight you. Which I agree they shouldn't do. But Golovkin's team, on the other hand, if they're really, really desperate for a big fight, they might as well just give in to Canelo's demands. I mean, I have to repeat myself. If they were willing to go down to 154 to fight Floyd and Pacquiao, then, I think, just get over with and make the fight happen. That's just my take on it. Of course, the WBC came out and stated that if Canelo, doesn't come to terms with Gennady Golovkin, then he may be stripped of his title, or he will be stripped of his title. Well, we've heard that talk before from the WBC, so I don't know. And there is another point I have to make about this. I know when you accept step aside money, it's only you do it on somewhat on a temporary basis, whatnot, for the other fighter to give them enough time to negotiate with you as a mandatory challenger. But to me, I just think that if Golovkin and his team really wanted that fight with Canelo, they didn't have to accept that step aside money. And it goes for Miguel Cotto as well, because if they wanted that Cotto fight, they could have accepted the step. They didn't have to accept the step aside money from him as well. So I don't know, but again, I applaud Golovkin's team for standing firm on their position. But if they really need to fight with Canelo, just go for the 155. That's just my take on it. Let me know what you think. Care to comment?